weren't that low, were they? So, over here, I think that's why the school kids are there. And Europeans came to Melbourne in 1835 to settle. I know there was history before that and stuff, and the river, indigenous people were settled in this area from 6,000, maybe 8,000 years ago. And in fact, the original natural river would flow down the centre of Port Phillip, and they could actually camp and live in the middle of Port Phillip, stuff like that. But when Europeans came, we changed a lot of things, and we settled over there at Enterprise Park because John Batman had bought 2,500 acres of land off the indigenous tribes. And 600,000 acres of land. And so they came over from Tasmania, which explains a lot of things about Melbourne. And 2,500 people settled there. And the river was completely different. At Queensbridge, it was a reef, or sort of a waterfall. But and that's why they settled there, because they couldn't get boats further up past the reef. The boats they couldn't carry. Basin, or what they could use as a turn basin in front of the reef. And the river itself was only 5 or 10 metres wide. And quite windy. In fact, and if you think I've held the boat up a little bit getting the brolly, this trip in those days when the river was completely natural would take you over 24 hours to get down to Williamstown. And we don't have enough coffee for that. And and this boat would have just been aground on the first bend, and because it's so healthy and wide, and it's the Queen, so I wouldn't say anything else about how large it is. Anyway. And then in spring, like to a certain extent yesterday, but at some point, hopefully in the future, in spring. And what they did was widen, deepen and straighten the river and stabilise the banks with bluestone. So what we're travelling on is completely man-made, vaguely at the moment follows the course of the original river. And but once we get past the Baltic Bridge, it just takes a new course altogether. So that's our, it's really exciting, it's completely man-made, the canal. And sorry, does anybody know what that building is? Isn't it an exciting building? That's the biggest exhibition space in all of Australia, and that just means it's the biggest load of nothing in all of Australia. And does anyone know what PAX was? There was an exhibition that was held there on the weekend, a whole lot of gaming and stuff, whatever it was. And so it's actually booked out all the time. And the only interesting thing I can think about it is that the roof is actually copied and styled off the wing of the 747, because it was built in the 90s. But interestingly, in front of it is the polywood side, typical of the types of sailing ships. And although, now that I think everyone's passed away who would have survived that sinking, if you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know, you don't really care about ships at all. So it's because when they did the incident report into that sinking, the Safety of Life at Sea Convention was developed for commercial vessels, where everyone has a life class in cafes. And the one over there, just don't look at that. That's don't do not to look. And that's heritage listed, but it's been incorporated in. He was the first European to see the Yarra River, and he came in 1803 and he could see that it flooded. And he was looking for more land for convicts to settle on, so he did a report. It's a great spot, but gee, it floods a lot. So no one came for 35 years or 30-something years. And John Batman came over from Tasmania, knowing about this area from his father, who was on the vessel with Charles Grimes. So he came over and he came over and bought the land off the indigenous tribes, 600,000 acres, went back, organised some settlers. And then within a few months there was 2,500 people living here, flooding it all. And then the Crown heard about it. And in their opinion, this was New South Wales, the colony of New South Wales, the land. And they sent down a lieutenant governor. And then by 1851 we became the colony of Victoria. And the thing about Lord Melbourne was, and his party, he was Prime Minister sometimes, a couple of times on and off, but he was Queen Victoria's confidant. And he led the Whig Party in the 1830s, on and off. And one of the things the Whig Party didn't want was Britain to have anything to do with colonies. Colonies got really badly, particularly that big one, the Trump land one. And so the Whig Party just didn't want to have colonies, just be part of Europe, be the fifth big power, be the quiet one. We're rich, we don't need to do anything, we just want to have some European freedom. So, and then 1851, by the 1880s, Melbourne, the fastest growing city in the world, 500,000 people by 1890. And we were the richest city by far anywhere. No one was richer than us. And we wanted to tell people that. And the other thing about Melbourne was, you won't hear this many places, but we had more people in, we got the windows closed. And, okay, so we're in Docklands now. I've got to talk quick because I've only got a few hours out. Anyway, so we're in Docklands. And Docklands was a development into 1990s because the Port of Melbourne, which we're going through in front of us, had shrunk to what it is these days with the containerisation and stuff. Maybe a little bit less because there's a bit of a depression or recession or whatever you have when you don't sell your properties for what you want to sell them for. Yeah, so that some of them look into Victoria Harbour, and if you're from Melbourne, you might have heard the news that Central Pier's been closed because the pier at Victoria Harbour, everyone was having dinner, and they came in and said, "It's all unsafe, get off," and closed the pier. But Victoria Harbour was dug out in the 1880s when Melbourne needed the port. The river hadn't been changed. And took 2 years, and then this canal that we're on now turned right, turned left it just before the original, that second pylon, and went behind the port. This time last year, that's quite a problem for the exporters because all the grain available is being sold locally. It's great for them, but bad for the economy. So we're in the port, we've got some dredging happening soon for Commodore. That's where the first Australian built car was built in 1948.